Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
I'm Steve Wilkes.
Tomorrow is an important day.
My taxes aren't due.
No.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day.
That's right. So we thought we'd help you out a little bit this Valentine's Day with a special beer-related dessert.
That's right. So James challenged me to come up with the appropriate dessert for Valentine's Day. And so we thought about it and decided to take a survey. And with 87% of the precincts reporting, the Associated Press has announced that the creme brulee won. So the choices, though, just so you know,
You did this on our Facebook page.
That's right. You have to go to our Facebook page.
At facebook.com/basicbrewing.
What he said. Given the choice for a Valentine's dinner dessert, would you choose A, saffron and chili infused creme brulee? Would you choose deluxe baklava, Turkish baklava, with honey glazed berries, or Scottish shortcake topped with fresh berries, whipped cream, and chocolate?
Ooh.
All three sound pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And I thought all three would pair well with this Belgian beer that you made. 51% of the people polled, and we had about 65 or 70 people who responded, chose the creme brulee.
Now you did it on your personal page and our
That's right.
show page as well.
That's right.
So you combine those results. So the creme brulee won.
The creme brulee won. So this is a creme brulee that is made with creme brulee is just a custard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's egg yolks, it's cream, it's sugar, it's a little vanilla. That's creme brulee, basically. What I did though was to infuse the cream, the liquid, with a half of a habanero chili.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really clean all the little seeds and the little white stuff out of there really, really well, or it'll be really, really hot. And one dried New Mexico chili. And again, I took the seeds and the pith out of that too. So you put that into the liquid. Then I also added a few stamens of saffron, little saffron threads. Don't overdo the saffron, it's quite strong. In fact, all these flavors are very strong. You don't need very much. And a little bit of cardamom, just about 4 or 5 of the little cardamom seeds, not the whole pod. And, oh, I forgot the beer. My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 tablespoons of this in there, too. So then you just make the custard like you normally would, which is to cream the eggs with the sugar, add it to the liquid, incorporate that, put it into your ramekins or custard dishes. Not top it, but add a little warm water bath around it in a casserole dish. Put it into a warm oven, not a real hot oven, about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Some recipes will say 275, some will say 300. I don't know that I've ever heard of more than 320, but it's not an exact science, so you can do it however you want. But I always go with 300 degrees for about 40 minutes, and that seems to set the custard up really nicely. And then once it's done, and then it cools for at least 2 hours, but really overnight it's better. Then you take and sprinkle some brown sugar over the top, or granulated sugar works equally well, but brown sugar just has a little more flavor. So in our case, we grated some Mexican cane sugar over it, which is wonderful. It has that kind of raw taste to it that's just really great. And then we hit it with a butane torch. You can also put it into a broiler or a salamander and just let it brown that way. And I've done that in the past. It works great, but you just have to watch it really carefully because you go from not cooked, to burnt. And it takes about that fast for it to go bad. So I can't snap my fingers because I've had a big day. I got rhythm. So anyway, that's it. That's the creme brulee. And
so we had a little fun with the blowtorch.
We had a little fun with the blowtorch, and I think
now we got to have some beer with it.
I think we should open this beer, and I think you should tell us about this beer again.
Now the recipe for both the beer and the creme brulee, we'll put a PDF on the website in the description of this episode. That's good luck when you stir the bottle.
Don't eat that.
But we'll put the recipe in the description of this episode on basicbrewingvideo.com. Now this is the Belgian. The base recipe is what the Belgian brunette, the zombie Belgian, every time I make a Belgian, it's this base recipe, which is Belgian Pilsner, malted wheat. This has a pound of the amber Belgian candy syrup in it. Styrian Goldings for bittering. The yeast is White Labs 500, which I think is the Chimay yeast. Oh, that smells pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Cheers.
Really, it smells like lemonade almost. It's very lemony to me, which would explain the lemonade reference. in case you're keeping score here.
You're pretty complex with your descriptors.
Well, I know.
But this is the beer. If you'll remember from the triangle test episode from way back, I did a split batch experiment where I put half of a Belgian beer wort into one glass carboy and the other half in a plastic fermenter, and we tasted it, and you were actually able to determine, you were able to pick out the odd sample. You were able to tell the difference between the two. So I did it again. I did the experiment again thinking, was it a fluke or does the fermenter actually make a difference? In this one, we did, if you listen to the radio podcast, we did another triangle test with 4 people. 3 of those 4 could not tell the difference. Could not pick out the odd sample. So it's always good when you find data with science to try to do it again.
Yeah, and I was accused of cheating on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just want to clear the record here.
People were saying you were looking in the fish tank.
I'm not that sharp.
People were saying the one with the most head still on the thing was obviously the odd one, and you were called to task for being a cheater.
I couldn't believe it. Me with these eyes? Are you kidding me?
Anyway. So discount the difference in the fermenters. Let's take a test of the.
I'm anxious to see what you think about this.
See if this is wife worthy or spouse worthy. In our case, it's wife. I love the little crusty top with the.
That's pretty good.
Now, you put some wild and wacky things in there. I'm only getting a little bit of heat.
Yeah, I mean, that's on purpose. You don't want it to be so hot that it's, annoying and that you just, it's like somebody hands you their special Serrano chili beer. It's like, yeah, dude, that's really good.
I'm done tasting things for the night.
Yeah. So the idea was to get a little bit of bite, a little kick, and I do get a little heat from it. I can taste the saffron. Nothing's overwhelming. I always like things to be in balance.
It's very rich. But the more you eat, the more that heat kind of sneaks up on you just a little bit to add some spice and some interest and some flavor. You really feel it kind of in the back of your tongue, the back of your throat. But it's not painful.
Oh, no.
It's just really complex and interesting and fun.
This is a great dessert. Make it for your sweetie.
And great pairing.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Thanks. Good job on the beer.
Cheers.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day and happy brewing.
Oh, and happy birthday to my brother Mike. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday.
Come and visit us on the web. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of both our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs, Extract Brewing and Partial Mashing, Stepping into All Grain, Low-Tech Lagering and Decoction Mashing, Introduction to Wine Kits, and for a limited time, our 2012 Brewer's Logbook. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Write to James at basicbrewing.com, Steve at basicbrewing.com, or just use the contact form on basicbrewing.com.
When you first turn it on, it won't stay on by itself because the little nub thing isn't hot yet.
Do you want a hot nub?
I know I do.